So what is up, pimps, hoes, and buffaloes? We are back today with another episode of Real Talk Wednesday, the series where I talk about anything but Call of Duty. And as you guys know, usually when this video happens, I'm stood in front of the microphone with the camera in the vlog format, but unfortunately, my camera and also my Samsung Galaxy phone, it didn't want to record for me properly. I don't know what it is, it just seems to be, whenever I need to actually record something, it never wants to work. So unfortunately, we will have some gameplay in the background, but once again, we're going to be talking about anything but Call of Duty, and today I'm going to be talking about further education and making your decision to either go to university, go to college, maybe even an apprenticeship or something along those lines, because I've had my own personal experience with this year, making the correct decision and maybe even going back on it in order to do something that you love doing. So as you guys know, or some of you may not know, I went to Swansea University this year to study business management. I started off in September. I was there for nearly 3 weeks, and by that time, I'd realised that it wasn't for me. I'd realised I didn't like the place I was studying, and as well as that, probably more importantly, the course I was doing was not something I wished to pursue for a long-term career, because when you go to university, the idea is you study a course in which will take you onto a job when you leave after the 3, 4, or even 2 years in which you're studying it. So after that, you can go in, earn some money, and actually earn a living from what you studied at university. So I was studying business management, which at the time I thought was the correct course for me. I absolutely loved business studies when I was studying it in my A-levels and at GCSEs. I think I got a B grade at A-level and an A grade at GCSE, which was not too bad in all fairness, and I really loved business studies. But when I got there, I realised what the actual course entailed, and I knew right from the start that it isn't actually what I want to do in order to pursue as a career once I finish at university. So I actually made the decision, which was quite a gutsy one at the time, to leave university for a number of different reasons. I didn't like the place, I didn't like the course, and getting beat up on a night out didn't really help, but it wasn't the pivotal factor in helping me decide. I knew deep down that I wanted to do a radio production degree to hopefully be a radio production presenter or something along those lines in the near future. So what I've done is I've backed out. I'm having a year out now to reconsider my options, and I've recently sent off my UCAS application to reapply for Gloucester, and I think it's Portsmouth University, to study radio production. This is what I've always wanted to do from a very, very young age. Those of you that have been following the channel for a long time, you'll know that I've mentioned in the past that on a Saturday afternoon when the football was on, I'd mute the television and start commentating myself. This creative side of me has always been here. It's not just arrived since I started making YouTube videos. It's been something that's been around with me for a very, very long time. And as well as that, I want to tell you guys about the best way to figure out what you want to do. And the one tip that I can give if you're thinking about going to university is to not rush into a decision. Make sure you go to a various amount of universities, look around, see if you like the place, and pretty much picture yourself living in that location. If you don't think it's somewhere that you'd like to be, maybe it's a bit too far away from your family, then maybe you can classify that university or the college as somewhere that you don't want to go. The best thing to do first of all is get an idea of what sort of course you actually want to study, and my advice to you guys would be, if you have a dream, try to chase it. Try to go and study a course at uni which you may possibly have as a career that you'll be very, very happy with. I know for a fact that radio production, it's going to be a very, very difficult course to not only come out of, but then find a job which is actually worthwhile and pays decent money at the same time. For radio and TV and broadcasting and stuff like that, you need to be the best of the best. There's no second best in being a radio presenter. You need to be better than everyone else, and that is what I'm going to strive to try and achieve. And what I actually did with that is I've decided now that even though there isn't actually that many universities that I can choose from, I know exactly which ones I want to go to and the reasons why I want to go to that university before I went there. And speaking from experience, if you don't actually go, look around the entire place and really look into the depths of your course, the actual specification over the 2, 3, 4 year period of what you're going to be studying, the chances are you may come into a situation like I did where I wasn't really prepared. I wasn't actually aware of what the course entailed, and I decided that it wasn't going to be for me. So hopefully you guys have got some idea now as to the best way from my experience to combat university if you want to go, or whether or not you don't want to go as well. Maybe this video wasn't for you, but you need to make the correct decisions. You need to be exactly aware of everything that's going to be happening with your course. Maybe if you want to go for an apprenticeship, I realized I was going to cover that, then maybe, you know, not going and doing your A-levels and getting straight into work is going to be the best thing for you. Maybe money is your motivation and you don't want to study for 3 years, get yourself into a massive debt, and then, you know, have to pay it back over, I don't know, a 20, 30 year period, then maybe not taking your A-levels and going straight into work could be the best thing for you. But anyway, guys, hopefully this video has been useful for some of you. If you have any questions whatsoever about going to university, or you want to ask me anything personally, then leave me an inbox on YouTube asking for my Skype, and I will send it to you, and we can talk some more. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Female Thursday will be back tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Peace.